Come on. Right now, we've got a quibble that a lot of people run into, so we're going to cover it. We've got a Duramax 440, we got a stage 1 intake, we got an open header exhaust, we got a triple jet carburetor, and now we're faced with the conundrum that it really does not like to idle at below 1800 RPM. As is usual, we have a 40 series torque converter on this beast, because that's basically your entry-level option in order to be able to do a 1-inch shaft. And that has this assembly here. And so today what we're going to be doing is taking this Black Horse off of Amazon. We've got some honest-to-God Comet springs from O&B Warehouse, and we're going to stick them in this Chinesium Black Horse and see how it ends up behaving. On a side note here, I will post a link for everything down below, along with a link to be able to order Black Horse belts. So far, these seem to be holding up pretty good for us, where we only have tested this at about 5,200 RPM. We're going to be going to 7,000 with a twister cam build for our next run at the drag strip. So, stay tuned to find out whether the Black Horse belts actually end up putting up with that kind of beating. Anyways, let's go pop this thing open. As you can see, I've already started to. I beat down the edge of this washer, and then I took this and I flipped it over and I put it into a vise. I took a 1-inch axle, which also you could use the end of a lawn tractor engine if you wanted to, and put a pipe wrench on it and started to loosen it up. Now we can loosen it the rest of the way and get it popped off. And yes, this is spring loaded, but like most of these Chinesiums, I'm going to bet that it's caught and it doesn't actually pop like it should. There, living life dangerously. Right now, this should be popping apart, and it's not, because these are like press fit for some reason. Let me go jiggle it. Okay, let's see here. Come on. Come on. There. That was for your enjoyment. I should have had a hand on it. I know the internet is filled with arguments on this. I think it's a good idea to put graphite in these. This is brand spanking new. Not a single bit of grease anywhere in it. So this is what I'll post a link to down below that I'm going to put in each of these tracks. These are the weights. These are the springs. And as you can see, the reason why these change the engagement is because they are definitely thicker than the standard stock spring. So we're going to get those swapped in, which is really simple. You just undo these and replace them and then slide the whole thing down on. But I'll show you once it's out and loose. Now I'm going to try to do this live because I can't stand perfect YouTuber videos myself. So let's see how difficult this ends up actually being to do. So that would put this one here. And then that would roll that. Because these have to go alternating up and down. Otherwise they just drop out. So, okay, so if I pull that straight and then loop this, can I make that work? There we go. Now, I pull the whole triangle around. I've got to manage to keep this in and hold that over. There it goes. And there, that's entirely set in. So now if I grab that and pick it up, set it down. Rotate it till it drops into those tracks. Now I do want to point out one thing here. The quality of this is way better than the AliExpress one that I'm currently running. There's no sharp edges, there's no weird cuts, there's no whatever. The quality on this inside is way better. So at this point now, if we push that inner washer all the way to the top and we hold it, we should be able to set it on here. And then you should be able to take this and line these up with the inside, like so. And it should drop down. There, just like that. So now, I can line it up down through, push down on it, and put the washer and assembly on. Okay, so let's see if we can do this live just to show it's possible. So we've got that, and I've got that. So we're going to push down and set that on there. That really did not take very much effort. I don't know why so many YouTubers make a big giant deal and special tools and everything else, but that literally just clicked right on. I'm going to go tighten this up in the vise and then we'll throw it on the mini bike. Off camera, I took the time to peen that over to make sure that the safety washer is in place. This is the one off AliExpress. So we're going to pop that off. There we go. That pops off. This one goes on. Should be nothing more than just slide it on. There we go. And that goes on. I know somebody is currently in the comment section yelling at me about putting the belt on and when you're supposed to do it and all the other stuff. A 40 series does not break down nicely like a 30 does. Everybody thinks that they're going to break down a 40 and pop it on like you do with a 30 series. It just doesn't happen. The belt does not care which direction it goes, much to the hatred of the internet. And so we're going to try the Black Horse belt and get it popped on. This is actually really easy to do with two people if you have one person roll the bike backwards while you rotate it here. There we go. Alright, now we'll fire it up and we'll see what its actual engagement is. I'm going to get the bike started up. Basically, we're watching for when this comes across and starts to pinch on the belt. So here's your tachometer. Here's this to watch. Let's get it fired up. Hopefully you got that on camera.